What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade on Analysis Playground with analysis breakdown on Kel'el Ware. He's a very good athletic big with good touch. He can knock down threes at a 35% clip in the NBA. We knew that he can be a stretch big man, and you got to love that he is, and he can do it as a starter, which he's proven this season at this point. And he has that two-way potential, and you got to like the fact that his offense is very simplistic, and he really can even hit the corner threes off the catch, making him a tough guard for any center that ain't as athletic and ain't as mobile or lateral, because he can also shoot it spot up and catch and shoot. And even though he's still learning how to do it and he's still developing that shot to be possibly even better, you have to love that. He's really good at being a high airborne assault. He can always get that ability to cut to the basket or get to the basket. You can throw it basically anywhere. He can catch it, he can get it, and he can finish it at a good percentage. I think that that's one of his other strongest moves. It's just knowing how to use his body, knowing how to get the ball, and knowing how to finish the right way without getting too fancy or too stylish. He just knows what to do, and that's put the ball in the basket. And I love the fact that he can even do it with finesse. If you throw it the right way, he's going to try to get it and put it in the basket to the best of his ability. And that's why he's shooting above 50% for his career right now, which is tough to do when you're adjusting your body and adjusting to the physicality and the athleticism of the NBA. But he can also drive to the basket and make layups or dunks too, which is good because you don't always have to create it for him. And he's a good cutter too. He sees the opportunity. He sees somebody go to sleep. He can catch it, beat you to the spot, and hit that dunk very easily. And I like the fact that he can do dribble handoffs and good screens. He can create separation for his teammates to score or even shoot jump shots, or he can do it too defensively by allowing his defense to be the offense, and he can run the floor and finish really good too as a 7 foot center. And you have to love that ability in him, that he can get steals and he can get blocks, and he doesn't give up. He put extra effort to make sure that the nobody can just walks into the paint easily and get easy buckets. And you gotta like the fact that he tries that hard to cover for his teammates and just take pride in playing defense even as a young player. And he can block shots that's jumpers too. If you don't pay attention to him or you sleep on his athleticism, he can take advantage of his athleticism and make it into an advantage. Eastern Conference Player of the Month for the rookies, and that's good to see that he's finally getting the minutes. He's finally getting the opportunity. We've seen a lot of this coming in high school and college. We've especially seen that he can do it on a pro level at summer league, and with some changes happening with the roster that he's currently on, he's getting more opportunity, he's getting more chances, and he does make his teammates' job easier because he's always around the painted area or he's always in the right spots on the offensive side of the ball. And you don't really have to worry about him being in your way. You don't really have to worry about him doing anything that's going to be a detriment to the offense. And I think that that's one thing that's good about Kel'el Ware. He just has good court awareness, a good feel for the game, just a smart way of playing the game, especially as a guy that just started playing in the NBA because it's halfway through the season at the point of making this video, and he's just figuring things out on the fly and being a fast, quick learner while still playing the game team wise and still not trying to show that he can be the man. He just understands what he should be doing, where he should be at, and how to use that as an advantage as an NBA player. But when you look at Kel'el Ware numbers, it's kind of crazy that he is averaging 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 53% from the field. Like his numbers only going up with the opportunities that he's been getting. He played 38 games this season so far. He has only started 12. He's only averaging 19 minutes per game. And he's already showing you that he's one of the best players in the draft, which we did know. We're not going to say it like we didn't. He was a top 15 pick in the NBA draft. But this guy has so much upside and so much potential, especially if he stays healthy, because of his finishing ability, because of his ability to stretch the floor, because of the ability just to be a decent free throw shooter as a 7 footer too. But you got to add the fact that his hands are everywhere. He's blocking shots. He's contesting shots. He's moving his feet. He's trying to stay in front of people. He's guarding two people at one time sometimes. He has good understanding of when to help and when not to help and when to stick his hand up in there and when not to. and the fact that he might actually be a great complementary player on any roster. So that just shows you how well his future is and how good of a player that he is. That this is a guy that just understands the game of basketball at a young age and isn't trying to step on anybody's toes, isn't trying to do too much. He just understands that it's a process, it's a grind, and you have to continue to play your game to the best of your ability and expand upon it as you get longer in the game, as you understand how to use your body better, understanding what more things you can add to your game offensively while still being a guy that contribute defensively. That only makes you a better player. And the fact that he's already a two-way player and he has the ability to end this season strong like he has been showing thus far in the last 2 months, I'm just proud of the guy. I have a lot of people say like, Quinn, you sleeping on Kel'el Ware? Like, nah, I'm watching him in summer league. I was watching him in preseason. I'm like, I like what this guy can do on both ends of the court. I see what he can do, and I'm proud of the fact that he can do that. And nobody thought he was going to be starting. People looks at him like, you just be a backup. I'm like, nah, this guy is the real deal. You can start him with any big, and he makes the big job easier because he can cover for them defensively, and he can make it hard for people to score in the interior, forcing them to be more of a perimeter type of team, and that just makes shots easier in transition easier. And like I said before, he can also be a big that can run the floor and punish the rim and punish pressure on the defense, because you have to pick him up, you have to guard him, you have to pay attention to him because he can dunk over smaller guys. He can do a little hook shot or a little push shot over smaller defenders. So you have to pick him up and you have to pay attention to him on a basketball court, even if you're in the half court, because if a switch happens, he can just roll right to the rim. He's going to catch it. Got smaller people can't get their hands up and try to knock the ball out the way because it'll already be in his hands and he'll already be dunking it. So I love what I have seen out of Kel'el Ware. I love his maturity. I love his poise. I love his IQ. And I love the fact that he wants to defend and be a difference on both ends of the court, because most players that's young don't play defense. They don't try defensively. They just want to make their name as an offensive player, because the NBA does market the game like that sometimes, that if you're doing all these cool dunks and all these tough shots, they'll say this is the guy you want to see. And there's nothing wrong with that, because we do want to see a show and we do want to see something entertaining and we do want to see something we haven't done or seen before. And that's always the excitement of watching games in the first place. It's the lure of it. But when you have a guy that's committed to both ends of the court and he's still grabbing rebounds, and this guy is going to be a guy that's going to be a double-double. Probably by the end of this season, if he can't do it because the numbers are too low, it's definitely, if he starts next year, he's definitely going to be a walking double-double. He might even average a couple assists. He might even average a steal in a block per game, and that will be very good because he's only 20 years old, and he will be 21 by the end of this season, and he still has potential to be something special for any team that he plays with. And it's just good that he has shown his ability at the biggest stage, which is the NBA. And he seems like he's going to have a chance to play in the playoffs. That's going to be even a bigger platform to showcase his talent and showcase what he can do. And then he probably might even get more love and more credit and support because of how he plays and how he goes about his business. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, I do conversation videos too, but I also do breakdowns of legends, rookies, current legends, and also future stars. And I also do draft and mock draft coverage too. So you like that all around basketball knowledge and analysis, this is the perfect channel for you. And on top of that, I already got 3,000 plus videos already on YouTube that you can watch and you can enjoy, and that should convince you to want to be a subscriber. If not, it's up to you. It's your choice anyway. I also got my social medias on my channel. You can check those out and see some other things that I do besides do basketball content, which is the whole purpose of this YouTube channel. Not only that, hope you guys enjoying your day. Hopefully you guys are blessed up and having a good weekend. Throw some rest in there, throw some leisure in there, and keep going back to the grind and doing what you love best is what the thing that you should be focused on, and that'll keep you happy for the most part. Other than that, I'm going for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I got more rookies by the end of the year, and we'll see how they continue to develop as the year gets closer to an end for the regular season and the playoffs start. Remember, legends in the NBA is where the playoffs is made for them, and they make themselves and make their brand and make their name depending how they play and depending on what they do and depending if they win the ship. And that's something that's going to be fun and exciting for some of these guys too. Getting that type of experience and getting that type of learning process is only going to make you a better player. And hopefully they can embrace that challenge and do their best and play their best and perform at the best that they can. Other than that, I'm going for now. See you guys later with more analysis. Probably most likely tomorrow, as it's the weekend and it's All-Star break. So ain't no games on besides the fun activities. Enjoy y'all day. Peace out.